everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be this look, which is a Valentine's Day makeup tutorial. I shied away from the usual pinks and purples because in my past Valentine's Day makeup tutorials I have been using pinks and purples, and I wanted to just do something different. This look can also be worn in a more casual setting as well if you decide to go out on a more daytime casual Valentine's Day date instead. I would just change the lip color into a more nude toned down shade instead of this really bright fuchsia pink color. This video is also a collaboration with the lovely lx3bellexoxo, who also runs her own beauty and fashion channel here on YouTube. She will be doing the outfit ideas that can be matched with this look. She does some casual ones and some more dressy ones as well. I swear I'm really bad when it comes to fashion and styling, but she does it really well. So head on over to her channel and check out her video, and if you want to know how to achieve this look, then just keep on watching. I wanted to keep the skin pretty dewy and full coverage at the same time, so what I did was I mixed a bit of my Revlon Color Stay foundation with this So Susan Illuminizer that I got from my Violet Box beauty subscription thing in Australia. Mixed those two together and applied it onto my face. Because this is a really full coverage foundation, again, I skipped out on concealer. I wanted to do a lot of highlighting with this look. So before I set everything with powder, I went in with YSL's Touche Éclat highlighting pen, and I used it to highlight the points of my face. So down the bridge of my nose, underneath my eye area, cupid's bow, chin, and forehead. For my eyebrows, I used two things. I used the Maybelline Definer Brow and the Me Archangel Eyebrow Mascara. So I filled in my eyebrows with the pencil, and then I smudged it out with an angled brush to get rid of any harsh lines and to get a more precise shape so it doesn't look, you know, really drawn on. And with the Me Archangel mascara brow filler thing, I just ran it through my brows to make sure that the hairs stay in place and to fill it out a bit more. Finally, to set everything, I used Ben Nye's Luxury Banana Powder and swept this all over my face. As a primer, I used MAC's Paint Pot in Painterly. You can use whatever primer you want. I just found that this worked the best, and it is my favorite primer because it really keeps the makeup on for way longer until you need to remove it. I applied this all over my lids, all the way up to my brow bone. I then started mapping out and applying a base shade onto my lids after the primer because I do have oily eyelids, which is why I primed my lids first. If I went in straight with a cream color, it will end up creasing as the night goes on. But for those of you who don't have oily lids, you can get away with priming your eyes and instead go straight into mapping out the base colors and stuff like that. So for the base, I used Revlon's Illuminates Cream Shadow in Not Just Nudes. It's just a gorgeous quad with a lot of browns, and they make really good bases. So the first color I used was this matte brown here, and I applied this shade all over my lid. I also pushed the color all the way up, touching the beginning of my eyebrows. I hope that makes sense. I used a brush instead of my fingers because I wanted to feather the edges out a bit. I didn't want any harsh lines when it came to having the base shade. I picked up that dark brown right here and placed it into my crease. I really didn't want any harsh edges with this, so I did quite a fair bit of blending. Now we're gonna go in and start setting that cream shadow with powder eyeshadows. The first shade I'm using is MAC's Eyeshadow in Mulch, and I patted this shade onto my lids. I then went in with Satin Taupe and applied this into the crease, blending it really well with this Mulch shade. For the rest of this look, I will be going in with this Wet n Wild Color Icon eyeshadow palette. This is in Nude Awakening, and I think it's one of their limited edition spring palettes, I think, that came out last year. To darken the outer V, I went in with this kind of brownish, greenish, it's like a olivey, goldish, this shade is pretty hard to define because it's brown, but it has like green undertones to it, and it has a bit of gold shimmer or sheen running through it. So this shade, I applied it onto the outer V of my eyes, and it gave me a really pretty smoked out look. I dragged it slightly into the crease just to help define the crease a bit more. So with this really gorgeous champagne shade, I applied it onto the inner parts of my eyes to kind of help brighten and make my eyes look a bit more wide awake, because you don't want to look tired and sleepy and, you know, bleh on a date. Once I was done with that, I wanted to highlight the middle of my lids, and that is where this really pretty gold eyeshadow comes in. This is NYX's eyeshadow in Golden, and using my fingers, I just dabbed some of that color onto the middle of my eyelids. To highlight underneath my bones and the inner corners of my eyes, I went in with this Bone Matte shade, and using a small brush, I just placed it right underneath where the arch is and on the inner corners. Because this is a smoky bronze sort of look, I wanted to also line the bottom of my eyes just so that it's more balanced out instead of it being top heavy. To line my lower lash line, I went in again with this really weird brownish green shade, and I placed that onto the outer half of my eyes. For the inner half of my eyes, I went in with NYX's eyeshadow in Golden. This will help again highlight your eyes and make them appear bigger and much more awake. For the waterline and tightline, I just used your everyday black eyeliner pencil. This is Maybelline's Master Liner. To line my eyes, I went in with a gel eyeliner. The gel eyeliner I used is the Bobbi Brown Long Wear Gel Eyeliner. Always, always, always go back to this one because it is long-lasting, smudge-free. You don't need to use a primer when you use this on an everyday basis, which is what I love about it. Lining my eyes, I just, you know, did a sort of cat eye where the winged out part is thicker, and as you go inwards, it becomes a thinner line. Okay, so once I'm done with all that lining and eye look and stuff, we're moving on to the eyelashes and the nitty-gritty of the eyes. I did choose to use false eyelashes for this look because false eyelashes just brought this whole look together and made the eyes more, you know, doleful, more romantic. The eyelashes that I chose to use are these ones. This is from eBay. Again, I always use my eBay, you know, cheapo lashes. These are fairly long and dramatic eyelashes, and they flare out at the end. I then curled and applied mascara. The mascara I used is the Multi-Lash Black Mascara from the makeup store. It's just a very average mascara. Moving back to the face, I thought the face looked a bit pale and was sort of lacking in color. Because of that, I decided to add some kind of warmth to my face, and I went back with my e.l.f. Warm Bronzer, and I applied a generous amount of this all over my face. No rhyme to reason, just whatever. This is a Valentine's Day look, and it is a sort of dramatic look, so I couldn't pass out on contouring and highlighting. I went in with my Makeup Forever sculpting kit. The dark shades applied into the hollows of your cheeks, side of your nose, temples, and jawline, whereas the lighter shade is down your nose, forehead, high points of your cheeks, chin, and Cupid's bow. For blush, I didn't really want to go for something really subtle or pink or anything. I went in with Milani's Rose d'Oro. It's a really pretty berry mauve shade with gold shimmers going through, which acts as an excellent highlight. For the lips, I really wanted it to be this focal point of this overall look. I didn't really want to do nude lips and I found that the eyes weren't that dramatic, so I could get away with, you know, brighter, bolder lips. So I went in with Tom Ford's lipstick. This is in Flamingo. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous fuchsia pink shade with a blue undertone, so it suits any skin type, and I really, really, really love this shade. It's such a pretty color. It's so pigmented and so creamy. It rehydrates your lips. Like I said, if you want to go for a more casual look, then change the lip color, make it a more toned down nude color or something, and you'll have yourself a more casual makeup look kind of thing. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to check out Laurie's channel. I'll link her in the down bar below, and I'll see you guys in my next video.